Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be discussing about the state of UI UX in the market and the harsh reality of becoming a UI UX designer in 2024. If you're wondering whether the whole UI UX design hype is over or we're just in a new era of challenges, well, we are going to find out in this video. So stay tuned and do well to watch till the end to get the full gist. And without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So if you've been into the design field or you're just a design enthusiast, you must have heard or known that the market is quite saturated and has become a little more competitive than it used to be. Unfortunately, we have graduated from the good old days when completing a bootcamp or a course opens door for opportunities for you as a designer. And the reality has become that completing a course or taking a bootcamp doesn't automatically make you a qualified UI UX designer anymore. And getting your first role has even become tougher due to the imbalance in demand and supply. The truth is that there is hope. This video is not meant to discourage you, it's actually meant to encourage you and help you learn how you can navigate this landscape shift. In fact, to be honest, it has actually created even better opportunities. And I have a secret ingredient on how to navigate this landscape shift. So like I said, do well to stick to the end of this video to get the full details. And in GC, I'm going to be talking about the end of the UI UX design trend, the challenges of becoming a designer in 2024, and the solution to navigating those challenges. At first, it's a competitive entry level. You see, the entry level in the UX market has actually become a battleground. It has become quite competitive, and the honest truth is that not everybody is going to make it through. And I know you must have this big question on why and how. I decided to make my research about the design trend, and I got to realize that the trend started in 2020 when COVID became a thing. COVID came and there were a lot of changes, there were a lot of shifts. Everybody had to learn to adapt, everybody had to learn to stay at home. And at this point, there was this trend to learn a skill, to get something doing. And the beautiful thing is that UI UX design became one of those skill sets that went into trend. So everybody, literally everybody wanted to become a designer. Everybody was working towards becoming a designer. And so there were a mass number of people becoming designers, which created opportunity for businesses to leverage on that by creating businesses, I would say, we are not that sustainable. Businesses that just generated a number of unqualified designers. We had a lot of unqualified bootcamps during those times. You see bootcamps promising you that after this amount of time, you're going to get a job. And people were actually moved by those promises. And it ended up creating a number of unqualified designers in the market, which means that the number of supply was getting greater than the number of demand, which became a problem in the market that led to saturation. And as I'm even speaking, there are still a number of bootcamps out there making false promises to people and just selling a product or a service to them without giving them the amount of skill set that they need to actually face the reality of becoming a UI UX designer. So imagine with this amount of people and talent out there that are not even qualified for the actual job, getting a role has become much tougher. And so to even get an entry level role, you see funny job descriptions giving an entry role for people with 2 years or 3 years of experience, which doesn't make sense at all. So like I said, the UI UX design trend is there, but what does that actually mean for designers? What does that actually mean for people who want to get into this field? Is it a good news or is it bad news? So truth remains that those who do the best and push boundaries to become better and qualified designers are going to remain. But those who are not willing to do the work to go from being just enthusiasts to designers are going to be caught up in this trend. I would say that in order to navigate this hype and actually stand out as a designer, it should come from a place of passion, determination, and constant learning. If you want to be among the pool of designers who actually stand out, you need to know that this is just more than what it should be. You need to create a passion actually that is going to drive you to keep learning, to keep improving yourself, to make sure that you have the right skill sets to be able to stand out in the market and not become part of those who are caught up in this trend end. And if you're unwilling to do the work that it requires to go from being just a designer to a great designer, then you're going to be caught up in this trend. And that leads me to the third thing, which is staying strong in the tough market. Like I said earlier, the market has become quite tough and saturated, but those who are willing to do the work are going to always find a way to win. And for me, the question you should be asking at this point is, how can you stay strong amidst the saturation and actually differentiate yourself from the pool of designers who are not willing to do great work? And the first thing is to build a strong foundation. You need to go all the way in to actually have a basic understanding of what you're doing. You don't have to be among those people who just go through a boot camp and feel like, oh, they have all the knowledge needed. There's actually a whole lot more outside of what you were taught in your bootcamp. There is a total reality of being a uiux designer. You have to learn how to be able to communicate your ideas. You have to learn how to do the basics. You have to just put yourself in that position where you're constantly building the foundation, the little principles to go from being a designer to becoming a great designer. The second one is to understand your craft. You see, a lot of people are designers, but they actually don't even understand what they are doing. The basic and sole purpose of design is communication. Design is all about communication. It is just a way of communicating an idea to a certain group of people. And if you're not able to do that, it means you need to work on that. And that is why, as a designer, in order to stand out, you need to understand your craft and master your craft. Third one is that after you've mastered your craft, you need to be able to make sure that you offer value. Make sure that you're offering value. Nobody is going to keep you in their space because of your title, uiux designer. Everybody wants someone who brings something valuable to the table. Make sure you're that designer who, when you're in a space, you offer value. When you're in a space, you contribute and you cause a change in whatever environment you find yourself. Now, let's talk about the secret ingredient to navigating this change in the uiux market. Now, you need to understand that this trend has created a distinction between just average designers and great designers. It has created a space for great uiux designers to thrive. And in order to be among the set of people that are going to thrive or are thriving, you need to understand that you're passionate about what you do and become the best at what you do as well. Now, let's talk about navigating job opportunities, especially for entry-level roles. So with the whole saturation situation and the tightening of the market, I know some designers are going to be asking questions like, how do I find opportunities for myself? So the honest truth is that you need to start doing what the other percent of designers are not doing. You need to start paying attention to details and do what the other designers are not willing to do. You need to start learning to go beyond your UI skills, because a lot of designers are just focused on their UI. The truth is that most of the time your UI cannot cover up for your business goals. Your UI cannot cover up for your functionalities. You need to start learning the business aspects of design. You need to become uncomfortable with just only your UI skills. You need to learn how to communicate with people, your ideas. You need to just go all in and do what a ton of other designers are not doing in order to stand out. So that whenever someone works with you, they know that, oh, this person is actually different from this other person. And then they keep coming back to you. So you need to learn how to build trust. You need to learn how to make yourself stand out. You need to go beyond the UI skills and learn more about the other aspects of design. Quickly wrap up this video. I would say that even in the face of these challenges, there are still opportunities. There is still a ton of opportunities out there that are open for designers. I just wanted to remember that the uiux market might be tough, it might be challenging, but there is a whole lot of opportunity for those who are actually passionate about this field. And so if you're passionate and you're determined and you're constantly upskilling, you're just unstoppable. There's nothing that can stop you. That brings me to the end of this video. I'm so excited to have shared this, and I'm hoping that you took something valuable out of this video, and I'm rooting for you. And with that being said, I'm going to see you guys in my next video. So stay curious and stay creative. Bye.